Good afternoon. You know what time it is. It's coffee time. That's right, with Michael Sanchez. How's everyone doing today on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon? It's going to be nice today. About 70, 71 degrees over here today. So that is awesome. So that means I could take my boy Vernon Lee out and have him run around chasing the ball. So yeah, that's going to be cool. I really enjoy that. Anyway, I am happy to be back. Happy to be back on this new year, uh, the seventh day of this year, and titled this chapter 26 because it is the 26th year of this millennium, and started out with a bang, if you know what I'm talking about. It's all over the news, it's just some crazy stuff, but it is what it is. Happens every year. Anyway, in regards to writing, everybody and say, what are we going to do? I'm going to finish this. I'm going to finish that. And that's one of my goals today or this year to finish what I started with that manuscript. I've been working on that for 2 years now, but I've been on a roll the last 2 weeks or so. So maybe I might get it done finally. So we'll see. We'll see. But I'm definitely looking forward to it because, you know, it's the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Walt Disney said that, and he was so right. Stop talking and do. Stop procrastinating. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to try to get that done. Anyway, like I said, it started out with a bang this year. Uh, thing is, what stories are going to be told, and what stories will be written, either good or bad. You know, would it be about life in general? With everything that's going on. Or an outlet. You know what I mean? uh, Bring ourselves from reality by writing stories, using our imagination. Or would you be writing about stuff that's going on out there in the world, with the politics and just things going out there with society? Just some crazy stuff. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? um Either way, it's gonna be an interesting year, that's for sure. So it's gonna be what, 365 pages, 365 days to write those pages, right? Some will be able to finish those pages and some won't. Is it by fate or choice? I gotta you question yourself. But at the end of the day, it's what we do with it that counts, right? What we do with it counts. And when I say those pages, it can mean writing a manuscript, right? You'll be able to finish that, or just life in general, because we all have stories. We all live we all live day by day, writing our own stories, you know, not writing particularly in a book or in a computer or anything, but just what we do every single day. We write. We write our stories, you know what I mean? Kind of interesting the way I see that. Kind of interesting. Hey, Lala, I got Lala out there. Let's see if we can bring in there author Lorraine Carey. See if I can bring her in here. She's out there. Hey, Lorraine, you there?
I'm here. Happy New Year, Michael. Happy New Year, everyone.
How you doing?
Hanging in there with this new year. So far, let's just say, yeah, it's gotten off to a bang.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's interesting to say the least. That's for sure. Like I said, this kind of show I don't like to get into the politics or anything like that, but
Right.
yes, you see a lot of happy people and a lot of sad people, and it depends on whose point of view you follow.
Exactly. You got to take the media these days with a grain of salt because, there's so much with AI. You don't even know if you're watching AI or not.
Yes, yes,
True.
yes, yes. Now, this thing now is you involved AI in writing. Is that a big thing now? I don't pay much attention to that, but is that a big thing?
It's a very big thing. And I'm in a lot of groups that, we discuss it. And a lot of people are saying that Amazon allows it, and I think to a point they won't. But if you're a person that's looking for an agent and you want to get accepted into, like, one of the big fives, they absolutely, and I don't blame, they are not taking AI stories. And I can tell you myself, I do not use AI. I mean, I will use it for a promotional piece. There is no way I'm going to let a computer machine, write a story when it's in my head. And I know you feel the same way too.
Yep, yep, yep. So and that's the big thing now as we continue to move on.
Right.
As the years go by, I mean, AI is definitely gonna be taking over a lot of things. And the creativity, the mind, you know what I mean? How can you replace that with some computer, making up some crazy stuff, you know?
You can't, but it's going to happen. And I've heard several people say 50 years, AI will run our government. It will be our government. I mean, I hate to say that, but you can see where this is going.
It's scary that a
It
machine
is.
can make could sound can sound so realistic. When you're writing a story, how would you know, was it a computer that wrote that or was it a human being? You know what I mean?
Well,
That's
I say, some people are slick. Not that I'm saying I'm that slick, but there's a lot of authors that I'll read the same material. And a couple authors, I'll read some of the new books that they have out. And I'm like, okay, this isn't their style. I can tell this is it. AI has a pretty much pattern to it. If you really look closely, it's very cold. You're going to see a lot of M dashes. You're going to see a lot of flowery words. And you can tell if it's not the usual style that the author has used to it. Yeah, they most likely have used AI.
wow. That's never thought about that. See, like I said, I try not to pay too much attention to all that. I
Yeah,
just do my thing. But yeah, the creativity part of be taken out, you know what I mean? And
exactly.
cold, it'll be cold, no true feeling. But the thing is, how would the average reader or not just be able to decipher? And you just mentioned a couple points there. So
And the thing is, let's talk about creativity. As a teacher, I taught creative writing, for years. And what's happening today, a lot of the teachers are letting the children, and not just children, we're talking middle school, high school, use AI. Now, there's one teacher out here, they featured on, on the news a while back because the district was allowing them to use AI. And she said, okay, I'm going to open up an AI story. So she opened it up, put it on the overhead screen, and she says, I'm going to give you students a challenge. See if you could be better than AI. And I thought that was really good. I thought that was a really good motivation.
interesting. Talking
Mhm.
about that, your friend there, Eva Bilby, with that the hurt. I've been seeing it's definitely picking up. Folks are definitely talking about
Yes.
it.
I believe she did there's a new revision. I think she's revising the entire trilogy, but it's becoming very visible. I mean, the trilogy is excellent, and it's becoming more. The visibility factor is just like blowing up. But if anybody's listening, oh my God, it's like I could read it again. It's that good.
Wow, yeah,
That
how
good.
excited she is, and I'm really proud of her. And I do my best to to let people know, and retweet and all kinds of
I
stuff.
know
So
you
hey,
do. I know
so
you do.
I'm trying because she, like I said, it definitely it's a great story, and people should read it.
And I talked to Eva. We talk once a week because we have that Facebook page and we kind of talk, okay, what are our plans? And one of the platforms that seems to be really popular and going to be popular this year is LinkedIn. Hmm.
Now, why do you say that? Why LinkedIn? I use it all the time. I constantly use it, but why now? Why
More
more?
people are posting their books there. And especially if you offer a service, I do ghostwriting. So I've got my books on there and then I offer my ghostwriting service. And I've got a lot of connections, more so now that I've got, I think 58,000 on X. But LinkedIn, just people just seem to be responding.
Yes,
They
the
seem to
groups
be
they're pretty awesome.
replying.
Yes, the author groups. Yes, I really like them. They're cool. Yep.
And I can tell you, I don't know how long I'm going to stay on X, and I'll tell you why. Mostly every day, I'm getting 40 to 50 bots following me. They're
Really?
all bots.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm
Now,
not, I'm not putting up with that. No.
now let authors know those that use X.
Mm.
What cues? What should they look for? Uh,
Well, there's a distinct pattern. They'll take they'll take a face, you can get any face anywhere off any website,
yep.
and they just post quotes. Most of them are not will not be a verified check mark. They won't have a profile. You won't see a profile, but
Yep.
what you'll see is just quotes. Famous quotes or just quotes that, and I'm getting 30 to 40 of these. And if you look, they're connected to each other. And I'm like, okay, this is a chain of bots. And I don't understand. I know Musk has control of X, correct?
I believe so. Yes.
And I don't know
Could be
who
wrong,
he's
but
hired, to run to monitor, but somebody's got to stop this because I mean it's really out of control, Michael. Really out of control.
I totally agree. Especially like these so-called authors who follow you, and all of a sudden they ask you a gazillion questions that never ends. It's like on and
Yes.
on and on. It's like, what are they
Yes.
trying to? And eventually they're trying to sell something. It's like, whoa. I mean, you just want to talk, about, or are you just trying to sell something?
The fake promoters. And I'm gonna tell you
Yes,
another thing that's popular that has really, I tell you, it's gotten to be it's gotten to be in my bonnet. Piggybacking. There's a couple of them. They have tech businesses, or I don't know, they're over in Asia somewhere, and they'll post their post, and then they'll attach one of my posts to it. And I know a few of us have talked about it. Those people, we just block right away. But I'm just against this
yes,
piggybacking.
yes. I agree. Just so they can get those brownie points. You know what I mean? They get those
Exactly.
followers. Yes.
It's
So
it's
talking about that.
changing.
It is changing, but and we've been noticing. We've been talking about it, like I said, for the last couple of years. We've been,
Right.
seeing that, and it drives
Right.
me crazy. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to see that. I don't want anybody taking
I
away
don't want to see
taking
it either.
my thing.
You open it up
So
in the morning, and okay, I'm going on X. I'm already stressed because what am I going to see? I mean, yeah,
she's already
there's a lot of
stressed.
my regulars, I have a lot of people that repost, and I know they're authentic. I know they're authors. But then, boom, here comes the parade of bots. I'm just
Yes,
done.
yes. One thing that I'm going to look for this year is Instagram. I'm
Yes.
close to just letting it go. I
Yes.
mean, it's to the point where, I mean, nobody really pays attention. It's the
No.
same 5, 6 people, and it's like,
Exactly.
wow, what do I have to
Mm.
do to get these people to follow or pay attention to my work or whatnot? You
Yeah,
just it
I
just
could tell. I could tell you, but we'd have to be a rated X show.
oh,
I'm not
I know
gonna
where you're
go
getting
there.
at. I mean, like I guess I had to take photos of me without a shirt or something like that to
There
really
you
get attention.
go.
I know that. It's all about sex and all
That's
that
what
stuff, but
it
it's
is.
oh, I'm like, come on now. It's either there or you gotta be some famous folk.
Exactly. And that's why I'm really, and they use, filters are passe. We thought filters were, but now they're using, they're using AI to doctor their pictures and
Yes,
make them look
yes.
fantastic, like they're, a celebrity. I'm over all this.
Yes, you're right about that. And that's a growing thing, I guess, this year because I've already noticed it.
Yeah.
You're like one moment you're seeing this author, it looks like this individual, and then next thing you know, you research, look at the
Yeah.
profile. It's like, wait a minute, that's not the same person. What is this? So you don't want to deal with that individual, and you end up blocking them or whatever. You just
I
forget
do.
about it.
And
I don't want to do that.
they make themselves look cartoonish. Like I said,
Yes,
there's the point where you can use a filter to refine, but when you use the Meta AI, you look cartoonish, and it's like, okay, this is ridiculous.
yeah. I say just be yourself. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna use any AI or anything like that to promote myself or anything. I'm just
No,
me. You know what I mean? Me. This is me, and whatnot. Because, like I said,
Mm.
now imagine you, okay, you look a certain way one night, and you go to a book signing or whatever, and the people they go look at you know they're expecting something else. They're like, wait a minute, you're not so and so. What is this?
Exactly.
They're gonna be disappointed.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna do that.
I mean, and let's say I gets to a point where, like on Star Trek, you could, visualize, put a screen up, and you could come through as some sort of hologram,
Yes, yes,
which
yes.
may happen, which may
Yeah.
happen.
So this year, talking about this year, what's your plans with the group that you have? Because it's definitely growing. That's for sure. I'm
It
noticing.
is growing. And I talked to Ava, in fact, today I just posted trying to get a retweet group going where everybody would just 2 days a week, you would sign in, you would post your tweet, and then someone in the thread would repost it. But, we'll see how that goes. Just trying to get some activity going.
Gotcha. I'm thinking about doing the same thing. Starting a group, but again, that doesn't
Mhm.
always work. People gotta participate. You know what I mean?
And that's the big thing is participation. I don't know what it is. People just don't want to get engaged right now. I don't
And
know.
that's the thing. You mentioned there's a point that engagement, and you figure they would come into the show and talk
Mhm.
about your group. Talk about the things that you do. And how to succeed in this world. And they're not doing it. They're just not.
No,
So so
no.
that's my thing this year as well, to try to figure out how to get these folks to participate.
Participate. Yeah.
Yeah, yes, especially in the show, because I really want to hear from folks. I really want to hear what they think about the writing community, and what their expectations, and what they plan on doing with their writing. I want to hear all that stuff, and I want the folks out there to hear that as well.
We learn from each other. And, I've told other people, when I listen to your show, I always have a takeaway. I always come away with something that I've learned. And that's why, this is so important.
Yes, it's definitely important to me. And again, that's my goal. Because, like I said, there's a lot of stories out there, and like I said, you mentioned it. It started out with a bang. You know what I mean? A lot of stories is like, wow, dude. I would like to go there, but when I started this thing, I was like, no, I can't do that. Don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. I could talk a lot about that stuff, but no, no, I want to stay focused on the writing. Writing, and
So do I. So do I.
that's what I'm focused on. Because again, everybody's on half of this and half of that. No, no, I
Right.
want everybody to focus on one thing and one thing only. What can we do
Like
further
like I
out?
said, I know you and I are both still working on these manuscripts. Well, mine is done. I'm at the point now where I'm editing, but mine's pretty much done. So
I know you mentioned before the end of the last year, you had just revised. You were on the first draft, right?
correct.
Now,
Correct.
is that how many drafts did you do? One or two? What?
Oh gosh. I'm on my sixth right now.
Six draft.
Because
Wow.
I keep getting more information from locals because people that know I'm writing this mafia story, I come from a mafia town, and
Yep.
I've been hitting people up for information, and they'll message me, go, hey, you need to do this or you need to take this out. So I'm refining as I get new information.
Gotcha, gotcha. Wow. So, how much more information are you going to take before you finally decide? You
None.
know what? This is it.
I'm done. I am done with information. I'm like, I'm gonna, hopefully gonna publish by spring. Now that's my new goal, but
Now,
the
are
story
you
is pretty much where it is where I want it.
so you didn't have that fear that it was going to take away a lot of the magic, if you will, from the story, the actual story that you because you
You
decided,
know,
okay, that route, what?
yeah, when I look back, like I've changed, of course, I've changed names. I'm keeping a lot of local streets in the area because I want readers, and hopefully readers that are going to read this are from my hometown because they knew it was mob related, and I want them to feel a grounding, a connection. So I've used some real
Right.
street names, but as far as character names, oh, let me tell you, I I am not going to find Eddie Black Roses on my doorstep. I have changed all the names. I
Black
don't want
roses.
that calling card. I want other kind of cards. Send me a Valentine card.
The black roses. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So anyway, so yeah, that's the plan for this year. To
Hmm.
continue. I got what close to 6,200 downloads now since the show started last year. To me, that is fantastic. So
That is
it's people are
awesome.
still
That is
listening.
awesome.
But I want to continue to grow my audience, and hopefully, like again, people will share this podcast and talk about it, engage, and maybe they can, bring some ideas into the show, and I can go from there and use that, again, to entertain those folks out there in the writing community.
And I think that's all about sharing and consistency. And I think also, like, we did a couple theme shows, which I think were interesting, and maybe doing some more theme shows in the new year.
And yes, I'm definitely going to go that route. Last year we started a little late on that, but now early, beginning of the year, and I didn't know how it was going to go with the podcast, but
Right.
as you can see, it's growing, and so yeah, I'm definitely going to take advantage of that because I really love that idea.
And keep sharing it, sharing it away on LinkedIn. And like I said, I've got some ideas for themes, and just to keep it fresh, keep it going.
Yes,
But you
yes.
were talking at the beginning of the show about your imagination and things that are happening. And after this book is done, and we should probably save this for a show when we have our wonderful psychic medium Eva join us. But I've been having some visions and precog dreams over and over. And this may lead to my next book because I have to get out what I'm seeing, Michael. It's unbelievable.
Huh, huh. I'm not gonna get anything out of you
Save it.
now, but it
Yeah, we'll
sounds,
save it.
yeah, sounds interesting. That you
It's very
definitely piqued my
interesting.
interest. That's for sure.
Well, I'm still trying to figure out why and what it means. So once I do, like I said, it's probably going to be a next book.
Now, how long have you had these premonitions or
the
visions or
past
whatnot? How long has it
year,
been?
the past
Really?
year,
Now, has it been the stuff we've talked about in previous shows
no,
or something new?
no, not at all. It has something that totally I was never interested in,
Huh.
and I have an obsession. I have to get my hands on all the material. I have seen things in the sky seriously manifest. My dreams are over and over and over with the same. So something is telling me either you need to write the book or do I need to warn the public that something is coming? I don't mean to scare people out there, but I can tell you from the things that I've experienced, something's coming down the pike.
Well, with what's going on out there, you never know. you
We
you
never know.
never know. Yeah, it's
We
scary.
never know.
Yeah, yeah, it's scary, and
Well, we'll have to bring our psychic special medium in from the UK, see if she has
yeah.
input on this.
See what she got to say. Yeah, because I'm always interested. My ears are wide open. I want to hear
Well,
that.
we need to be. We have to have our eyes wide open and our
Yes,
ears wide open.
yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I've had those dreams that you're talking about.
I know you have.
It's it's creepy.
Now, do
Uh,
you feel those are premonitions, Michael?
yes.
Hmm.
Like I said, that's what the theme of this show. It's just what kind of stories we'll tell. You know what I mean? Because
Right,
like I said, are we going to use outlets to ignore what's going on out there,
right.
uh, or are we going to write what's happening? You know what I mean? People. It's just it's I don't know. It's just scary, and like I said, when I say some people finish writing their story and some won't, I'm talking about life in general. You know what I mean? We all write
Yeah.
our stories every single
Mhm.
day. Every day we
Oh,
we
yeah.
wake up. We wake up. From the moment we wake up to the moment we go to sleep, you just never know.
And
It's
you never know what's going to happen during your day. I mean, you start off, I'm going to go to the market, I'm going to go shopping, and then something outrageous happens. I mean, I'm
Yep,
sure you can, and then boom, there's a story, right?
yep. There's the story. There's a story, but it's
There's a
happening.
story.
It's happening in real time. It's
In
happening
real
right
time.
here. Yes, and that's what's spooky because you just never know.
No, we
So,
just, and you wonder, was it meant to happen?
yep.
Was it, or did I bring it on myself? Because I know we talk about, our reality is what we perceive, what we think, and it's what your mind said. If your mind is out there and you're looking for something, well, you're going to find it. I'm sure you've heard that as well.
Yes, my mother has told me many, many times over the years. Yes,
You go looking
yes,
for it, you're going to find it.
yes. So sometimes it's best just to mind your business. Sometimes,
That not the
sometimes,
truth.
but sometimes you just can't help it. I mean, it is what it
You
is.
can't.
Yeah. But anyway, so I'm excited. Again, I think it's gonna be a great year here with my podcast, and with your help as well, and Eva, and hopefully she can get more people here to be a part of it. So you know, get good material in here and go from there.
Oh, I think it's going to be a good year for the podcast. I really do. I can feel it.
Thank you, and thanks to you. Yeah, we will. Yeah, we definitely will. Well,
Yep.
anyway, so I'll see if maybe we can do something next week, set something up, and go from there. Maybe with Eva. What say you?
Sounds good. Sounds like a plan.
All right, then. I look forward to it.
I always look forward to the show. And, I hope everybody that's listening, especially if you're writers, I mean, I know we're all busy, but even if you write a little bit each day and it doesn't even have to do with what you're working on, but it keeps that momentum going, right, Michael?
Absolutely, and that's the thing, and you hit the nail on the coffin, if you will. Uh, I started writing again because
Mhm.
you know how bad I was doing, and I think it was like 2 days. I was at work, and something just hit me, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start now. It's gonna happen now, and I'm gonna get it at. I'm gonna finish this book at this certain time,
Right.
and ever since then, like 2 days before the end of the year, I haven't stopped since. It's
That's
just
awesome.
I don't know. It's
That's
all this.
awesome.
I've I don't know, but and it's not a lot. It's maybe averaging between what 300 to 500 words,
That's,
but
hey,
it's
at
coming
least
out.
it's
Yeah,
something.
it's coming out. Yeah,
It's something.
yeah, and it's going on paper, if you will. You know what I mean? So
Good.
that's what you. That's as a matter of fact, I'm even something I never do is to get up at night and write a note. I've never done
Hmm.
that. I've never done that. But it's out. It looked so good in my dreams when I was like, I gotta write this down because I'm gonna forget. And
I've
I
done
usually don't
that.
forget, but I had to write it down.
I've done that or I forget. But another thing, and I'll add before you close, something that's really helping me lately is I'm recording a chapter when I do it and I listen to it and I play it back. And I'm
Ah,
telling you that, boy, that's going to be my helpful tool for the year.
that sounds like an awesome idea, huh? That sounds
Hmm.
like an awesome. So, as you're typing it down or whatnot? Are you what? How are you recording this?
No, I do the chapter. I usually work on one or two chapters a day. And then I go to my voice record on my phone
Uh
and
huh.
I'll hit audio record
Ah,
and then I'll listen back.
gotcha,
And
gotcha.
you can hear
Hmm,
the flow, you can hear the cadence. Does the content sound? So this is really the tool I'm going to rely on this year to get this book finished.
that sounds like a great idea. All right then, cool. Well, like I said, I'm gonna set something up next week, and hopefully we can get people in to participate. What say you?
Sounds good. We've got company coming in next week, so yeah, just like I said, let me know, and we can work around it. And if you want to let Eva know, get in touch with her. So
Definitely will. I definitely will. All right, my friend. Well, you have a wonderful day, and don't forget your tea, right? Because that's your.
I'm going to have it. In fact, tea time's coming up, and everybody out there, Happy New Year, Blessed New Year, and Happy New Year to you, Michael. And look forward to
Thank
the
you.
next show. Thank you.
Sounds good. All right, my friend. You have a good one.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Good old Lorraine Carey. She's awesome. And it's always nice to have her here. I want to thank her for being a part of today's show. Anyway, folks, like I said, it's gonna be an interesting year. Look forward to bringing in new guests, and hopefully the audience will grow. And you guys out there, wonderful folks out there, will share this show and talk about it, engage, and maybe come up with ideas. Maybe come on in and talk about something that you're writing, or something that you want to write, or something somebody wrote that you want to talk about. A story out there. Always willing to listen. I mean, because like I said, everyone has a story to tell. I really enjoy it, so I look forward to it. Anyway, until next time, folks, you enjoy your day, and again, Happy New Year. I'm glad to be back, and you know what I say. Don't forget your coffee, and I look forward to chatting with you guys next time. Have a good one.